class. My name is Stacy Shea, and I'm live streaming here from Las Vegas. Here's my backyard. I hope you can hear me. There's a little bit of noise in the background, but I'll do my best. This is my first time doing the class outside. And today we are working on the focus is on the stomach and the spleen meridian lines of the body. So the poses that we're going to do are going to address those meridian lines. And the stomach and the spleen represent absorbing the nutrients and the digestion of the body and keeping all the cells hydrated. Okay? So a lot of times when we have worry, which is happening right now all across the world, stress, and then poor digestion, that's when we need to address the stomach and the spleen. Okay, so the poses that we'll do today will be all for that. All right? So we're going to start with a little bit of, let's just start seated. Let's just take a few minutes here. Okay, so just get in a comfortable seat. When I sit, I like to bring my hips higher than my knees. So I just raise up on a blanket. You could use a block. Okay, today I have one bolster, 2 blocks. I have a couple blankets. So whatever you have at home, maybe a sofa pillow or some books, folded blanket. Okay, so let's just settle in. So just take a comfortable seat here and let's close the eyes. And then just begin to calm the breath. Slow, smooth, and even the breaths. So keep breathing. I apologize. If you're with Instagram, we're going to have to actually turn you off and back on. I'm going to do that right now just because we only have 60 seconds. So come right back. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So you're sitting down, hips heavy, belly in. Instagram. Hopefully you're back. Welcome back. Hi, Gina. Okay. All right. So here we are. Instagram. I hope you're back. Okay. So hips heavy into the blankets. Pull your belly in and lengthen your spine long and tall through all sides of the torso. So you're lifting up, creating more space in between each and every vertebra. Sternum lifted up. Shoulders down, long neck. So nice and tall. Slowing, smoothing, and evening your breath. Softening the facial muscles and relaxing the brain. So let's take a big inhale right into the heart center. Fill up the lungs. Pause, hold it at the top. And then slowly exhale, staying tall, staying lifted as you slowly let the air out of your lungs through the nose. Inhale, big breath right into the heart center. Fill up the lungs, full lungs. Pause at the top, retain the air. Staying tall, staying lifted. Exhale. Slowly let the air out of your lungs through the nose. Good. One more like that. Big breath, inhale. Right into the heart center. Fill up the lungs. Hold it at the top. Pause. Staying tall, staying lifted, and you slowly exhale. Slowly exhale all the air out of your lungs. Good. Now blink your eyes open, and we're going to get the props out of the way, and we're going to meet in all fours, okay? We're going to do a little bit of warm-up here before we go into the yin postures, okay? So all fours, tabletop position. Hands shoulder distance, shoulders stacked over, elbows over wrists. And we're going to go belly down, coil the chest up, eyes up, look up, reach up, open the front body, and then exhale. Tuck your chin to your chest, your face to your heart, lower abdomen, and really round the spine. Inhale, belly down, coil the chest up, eyes up, look up, reach up, and then exhale, cat pose. Tuck your chin, round your spine, pull your navel to the spine. 2 more like that. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Okay, meeting in neutral spine. Let's do thoracic circles. So pull the belly in and then bring your torso over to the right. Gently drop down over to the right. Dragging low over to the left. Up the left side and back around. Let's do one more time this side. Thoracic circles. So you're tracing a big barrel with your torso meeting at the center. Let's take it to the other side. Up and over to the left. Down the left side. Over to the right. Up the right side. One more this side. So really articulating through the joints. Down the left side. Over to the right. Up the right side. Okay, good. We're going to stretch the right leg back. Come up on the half toe. Firm the right leg thigh. Roll forward and back. So just open up the arch, the feet, or the foot and the knee. Okay, so quiet that down. Pressing the left shin down, lift the right leg up. So press the right heel back. Firm the right thigh up. Belly in, long spine. Add the left arm. So we're stretching and reaching super long. Back through the right heel, forward through the left hand. One more breath here. And release. Okay, let's take it to the other side. Left leg back. Let's roll through the toe. Forward and back. So it's starting to sprinkle, but I'm going to just hang out here and not worry about it because hopefully that goes away. We're in Las Vegas. So it's either a flash flood or just a passing little sprinkle. Okay, let's hold it here. Lift the right leg up. Flex through the right foot. Press the left inner heel back. Belly in, long spine. Add the right arm. So you're stretching forward and reaching back. Lengthening, lengthening, lengthening long. And release. Okay, let's take it one more time each side. So lift the right leg up. Lift the left arm up. Reach and stretch and lengthen. Stretch and reach. And release. One more time the other side. So left leg up. Now firm the right foot and the right shin down. Belly in. Add the right arm. Reach and lengthen. So you're firing up the core, using your abdominals, and you're lengthening, stretching, feeling, creating more space in between the vertebra, and release. Tuck the toes and come up 1 inch off of your yoga mat. So just hovering the shins and the knees. Okay? Pull the belly in, long neck. So while we're hovering, we're firing up the core. Reach the tailbone back, heart forward, and then press up into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog. This is hilarious. I love this. Excitement. Okay, downward facing dog. So first downward facing dog, we're just going to walk up, pedal out the feet. You can do slower or faster, just to warm up through the feet, the arches, the ankles, the hips. Come up high on the toes, lift the hips up super high. Bend the knees a lot and point the tailbone up, 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 up. So lift the hips and the tailbone up. Keep the hips high and re-straighten the legs. Firming the centers of the heels down. High, belly in. Press the palms into the mat. One more breath here. Good. Keep the feet where they are. We're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Walk the hands back to the feet. And we're going to just spill over, interlace the elbow of the arms. We're just going to drop forward. So Ardha Uttanasana. So forward fold. You can sway right and left. And you can shake your head out, yes and no. Relax your cervical vertebra. And then we're going to gently roll up. Hold the belly in and roll all the way up. Okay, now come up to the top edge of your yoga mat. We're going to do a little bit of warming up here, okay? So bring your feet together, your big toes to touch, your ankle bones to touch. Spread your toes wide. Firm the legs. So you want to press firmly down into the heels. And you're drawing the energy all the way up through the feet, the legs, the quads, the belly. Lengthen up, stretch up, sternum lifted. Shoulders down, long neck. So you're reaching the fingers down, the arms down, the legs down, but you're stretching up, 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 up. So there's like an opposition. There's a rooting and an anchoring down and a pulling up. Thank yourself for taking this time this afternoon. Ardha Surya Namaskara, half sun salutation. Inhale, arms above your head. Stretch up, reach up. Exhale, open the arms, cactus, lift the chest up. And then inhale, lengthen long belly in. And exhale, diving forward, long spine. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse long spine, come all the way back up. And exhale, hands in front of your heart. We're going to do 2 more like that, half sun salutation. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, open the arms, cactus, lift the heart, open the front body. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, diving forward, long spine, belly in. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse long spine, coming all the way back up. Exhale, hands in front of your heart. Let's do 1 more just like that. Last one, inhale, big breath. Exhale, opening the heart, lifting the chest. Inhale, lengthening long. Exhale, diving forward, long spine. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way back up. Hands in front of your heart. Okay, we're going into the first Yin Yoga pose. So today we're going to do the child's pose as the first pose. So you kind of come to the back side of your yoga mat. You bring your feet together. You can open your knees or you can keep them together, whichever you feel more comfortable with. Okay, and we're just going to gently walk the arms forward. Okay? And we're going to relax the forehead on the mat. So release the forehead down on the mat. And close your eyes. Breathing, tapping back into your breath. Now, if it's more comfortable for you to have your arms behind your back, you can have your arms down behind your back next to your hips. Oh, okay. And then slow your breath and relax your face. Okay, so we're doing Yin Yoga today. We're focusing on the spleen and the stomach meridian lines. So very good for times like this, because those 2 meridian lines become congested with worry, stress, and they result in poor digestion. So let's count 5 more full breaths here. As you're ready, we're going to press on up and we're going to go right into Sphinx. Okay? So we're going to lie on the belly. So lengthen your body flat down towards the yoga mat on your belly. Okay? Sphinx pose. You bring your hands under your shoulders. So elbows, shoulder distance hands shoulder distance, spread your palms and press your palms down. And we're going to relax the legs, relax the buttocks. Long legs, soften the legs and the buttocks, and we're going to resist the forearms against the mat, and we're going to pull the heart forward and through. Dropping the shoulders and breathe. So the neck, you can just gaze softly in front of your mat somewhere, or just a little bit in front of you, and have a soft, natural extension of the neck. So no crunching of the neck right now. And then tapping back into your breath. You can close your eyes if you'd like. And breathe. Okay. So it's a nice, yummy stretch in the front of the body, the torso. So just breathing some fresh oxygen and love into those organs in the abdominal cavity. So imagine that each breath is a soft lullaby, a loving, soft, sweet song, sort of gently massaging the organs and anything congested to gently open up. Okay, from here, you can either stay in Sphinx pose or we're going to go for seal. So for seal pose, you open the feet, yoga mat distance, so a little wider, and then we're going to bring the hands wide as well, and we're going to gently walk the hands up. Okay, so don't bring your hands like too close to the hips or the pelvis. You want to be kind of far away, and you can do a slight external rotation of the palms. Okay, and then the reason why, so soften the legs and the buttocks. This is a seal pose. If this bothers you, you can stay in Sphinx pose, which we just did. But the reason why in seal pose you don't want to have your hands too close to your hips is because you don't want to crunch the lower vertebra or congest the lumbar. You want to really focus on opening up the front body, but we're also opening up the back body and the lower spine. So it's a sort of front body opening, but we're still creating space in the back body. That makes sense. Okay, so just keep that in mind and breathe. So a lot of times in the seal pose, the buttocks and the legs like to clench. So just think of unclenching the legs and the buttocks. Imagine there's a big elephant hoof standing right on your buttocks and your tailbone to force those muscles to relax, to press those muscles down. And we're breathing. Taking long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. And you always have an option to go back into Sphinx pose where you bend the elbows and place the forearms down on the mat. We're going to stay here for about 3 more full breaths. So nice, long, slow breaths. So for my Stacy Shea Yoga and Hair people, or the Facebook, I'm starting that again because that didn't really work. Claire, I love you. Oh, yay. Hey, we're all just doing our best every day, right? Okay. Hopefully we are all back. Okay, one more breath here and seal. And then as you're ready, gently come down. And then we're going to press up to all fours. And then we're going to go into saddle pose. So if you are a Bikram student, it looks like Supta Vajrasana, fixed firm pose. Okay? And then if you're not, it looks like, I'll show you from the side. Okay, so your knees are together and your feet are open, hip distance. And we're going to sit the hips in between the heels. Okay? Now we have some options. You can, if your knees are sensitive, you can place a block under your hips and sit on the block. Okay? Or if that's not available, you can also do one leg, where one leg is forward and just the one leg is bent. You can pick which leg because we're going to do both sides. Okay? So you can decide. I'm going to do with both legs. Okay? So you take your props as necessary. And we're going to sit the hips down in between the heels. Okay? And then as an option for some of you, if you're able to go down all the way, if you're a regular practitioner of this pose, you can go for it. You place your hands on your feet and you drop your right elbow down, your left elbow, top of the head, back of the head. If you want some more support, you can place a bolster or a blanket along the spinal column for some support, which would be nice if you're not quite as open. So you can use blankets and make it into a block as well, or a bolster. Okay? So when you come down, your knees will want to splay open. Or not, but most people's will splay open. But make sure you keep your knees down and your shins down. Okay? So remember to take a variation if necessary, where one leg is straight and just the one knee is bent. But make sure when your knees are down that you root the knees down and the shins down, as you don't want to aggravate your ACL. Okay? And we're just breathing here. And if you're all the way down, you can bring your arms over your head and grab your elbows over your head. So just think of being comfortable here, and then you're breathing nice and slow. Feeling the organs in the front of the body stretch. Taking long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. And for those friends who just have one leg forward and one knee bent, let's switch sides now. So we have time for both sides. So you gently help yourself up, and then you just switch the legs. Be gentle as you switch your legs. And also, if it's not comfortable for you to come all the way down, you could just sort of lean back, or you can place your elbows down. Whatever's available. And we're breathing. Take about 3 more full breaths here. And then as you're ready, you're going to gently help yourself up. Place your hands on your feet and then come on up. Okay? We're going into the next. So straighten both legs first. And let's shake them up. Okay. From here, we're going into our next pose, shoelace. So the full shoelace, it looks like this. You can start on all fours and you cross one knee in front of the other. Okay, and then make sure the feet are out on either side, and then you gently walk back. You sit on your hips. So you want to make sure you don't sit on one heel. So like the bottom heel, make sure both feet are out left and right. Okay, now if this is really unavailable to you, no problem. You just take your bottom leg and you place it forward, long. And you can just bend the top leg over. Okay, so whatever is more comfortable for you, you can have both knees bent or one leg straight. Okay? Now, if both of these are impossible for you, you can go back into another Sphinx pose. That's where we're on the belly. Hands, elbows and forearms down, palms down, and we pull the heart forward. Okay, those are the options. Okay, so wherever you are, you settle in. If you have a block, great, or not. What we're gonna do is, so I have my right leg crossed over on top. So whatever the top leg is, you can place the block on your right side. So my right knee is bent on top. I'm going to place the block on my right side. If you don't have a block, you can just place your hand down. You're going to lift the left arm up, 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 up. And then we're going to lift up, and we're going to gently lean over to the right. So keep both hips rooted as we lean over. And I just put a block there at the beginning, so it's a little bit more gentle. If you're more open, you can remove the block. So you want to, it's like a nice side lateral stretch. So you root your left hip down and you lengthen through the left side body. So from the left hip, through the left waist, the chest, the shoulder, the arm, all the way through the fingertips. And then maybe for some of you, you're more open, you could drop the right elbow down. and your breathing. You can close your eyes if you like. Nice long opening from the left hip to the whole left side of the body through the left fingertips. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. So how the Yin yoga style works is that we get our bodies into a position, into a pose, an asana, and then we stay. So sometimes that's the hardest part of this style of yoga, is to actually resolve to staying in the pose. Decide that you're going to stay. And as you stay and you hold and you breathe, the body will eventually open up. So let's stay this side for 3 more full breaths. And we're going to come on up. All right. Okay, legs in front. Let's shake them out. Okay, let's switch sides. So now the left leg will be on top. So you either keep your right leg long and you cross the left leg over, or if you can fold both legs, but keeping the left leg on top this time, or whichever leg you didn't do last time. Okay? Shoelace, second side. Okay. So again, if you have a block, I like to kind of set up with that at the beginning. Just place your hand on something. Okay, so here we are. Make sure both hips are down. So you want to make sure you're not sitting on your bottom heel, the right heel. Okay, we're going to inhale the arms up. Reach up, 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 up. Keep the right arm up. We're going to drop the left hand down. We're going to stretch up, 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 and then gently come over to the left side. So the top leg is the left leg, and then we're also stretching over to the left side. All right? So just take it slow. You want to keep the right hip rooted. And you feel a nice long stretch from the right hip, the right waist, the right rib cage, the arm, breathing, and all the way through the right fingertips. And then if you're more open, you can come down on your hand, get rid of the block. Maybe just place your hand down. And then for some of you, if you'd like to maybe bend your elbow down, you can do that. But only as you're ready. No hurry. We're all going at our own pace. So think of, rather than forcing a position and being heavy-handed on your body, be gentle and loving. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. And long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. Feeling a nice, long, elongating, opening stretch from the right hip through the right waist, right rib cage, shoulder, the arm, all the way through the fingertips. Going to do 3 more full breaths here. And as you're ready, you're going to come up slowly, all the way up. Okay, arms down, straighten the legs gently. And then we're going to just shake them out. Okay, the next pose, caterpillar. Now if you have a bolster, or if you have blankets, or maybe if you just have blocks, that's fine. What you want to do is you want to create sort of a shelf. So our legs are just stretched forward. You can separate them a little bit. And we're just going to basically fold from the hip sockets and the waist. We're just going to kind of fold forward. So what's nice, if you bring some props, you can create a shelf and you can just rest, or you can just hug. Depends on how open you are. You can just hug the bolster, or create a pillow with your hands and then place your forehead down. Or if you just have blocks for a pair of books, you can create a shelf. So take a moment to get comfortable. And then close your eyes and breathe. Here we're opening up the entire back body. And also addressing the kidney meridians. Now if this is uncomfortable for you, you can also place like a rolled blanket under your knees, so you don't have to completely straighten your legs. Or you can also sit your hips on a blanket to bring the hips up a bit. Tapping back into your breath. Long, slow, smooth inhalations through the nose. Long, slow, smooth exhalations out of the nose. Take about 3 more full breaths here. And then slowly, as you're ready, we're going to come on out. Move the props out of the way. Okay. And let's shake the legs out. Actually, let's bend the knees, place the feet flat, hip distance. We're going to place the hands behind the hips about 8 inches. And we're going to press on up into reverse tabletop. So lift the hips up, press the hands down, hips up. Press the hands down, the feet down to lift the hips up. Lift the chest up. Lift higher. 3, lifting for 2. 1 more push. 1 and release. Good. Okay, next we're going to go into the dragon series. Now, for some of you, you're going to want to place, why don't we just all preset a blanket towards the back third of the mat. Okay? And then let's bring the left leg forward first. So the dragon series. Now you want the front leg, the knee to be over the ankle, not past it. So you don't want to overshoot. You want to walk your foot far enough forward so the knee is at the ankle and not past it. Okay? So the first thing, we're just going to do like a low lunge. So the back leg is dropped. The knee is dropped on the blanket, okay? You can flatten out your foot. I always used to want to stretch through my foot and my toes while I was doing this, so I would always fold my toes under, but up to you. Whatever you want to do, okay? And then we're just going to do just basically a low lunge, like a baby dragon to start with. So the hands are down. Now if the floor feels far away, you can place your blocks under your hands. So it says just a nice opening in the right hip flexor. Just going to be here for about 5 breaths, this one. Two more full breaths here. Okay, so the next one we're going to come down a little lower. So bring both arms on the inside of the left leg. And now we're going to come down a little further. So we're bringing our forearms and our hands down. Okay? So take a moment to get here. Now if this is not available to you, you can take it up higher. So we're kind of going into increasingly more intense. Remember to keep the left leg foot forward so that the knee is a 90-degree angle over the ankle. Always thinking of practicing your yoga in a safe way. Safe yoga. Healing yoga. Close your eyes and breathe. Just going to be here for about 4 more breaths. Okay, now you can either stay in that or the one previous, or you can go a little deeper and we're going into a dragon splits. Okay, for some of you, you can just go ahead and keep that right knee bent, hip over the knee, and your left leg forward. Okay, left leg straight. So now you're getting into the left hamstring, and then you drop forward. So that's like a half split. Or you can come down into a full dragon split. So figure out what's going to work for you. Now, you don't want to feel like you're overly straining, but the splits are the deepest stretch. Okay? So if you are more open, you can fold over the back toe and stretch the back leg long. Left leg forward. And if you are there, remember, you just go at your own pace. Now, if this is not happening, that's just fine. Don't worry. Do one of the ones we just did, or stay in that dragon lunge. And then if this is really working for you, maybe you can kind of walk your hands forward towards the front foot and spill the body over the front leg. Now, the whole time, you want to try to keep the right hip forward and pull the left hip back. Try to square your torso over the left leg. So let's breathe here for 5 more breaths. One more full breath here. And we're going to gently come up. So place your hands on either side of the front leg, and we're just going to gently help yourself up, okay? Now we're going to switch legs. So actually, let's go to a quick child's pose, just for a couple breaths. Okay, coming back on up. This time we're going to bring the right leg forward for the dragon cycle on the other side. So the right leg is forward. And remember, you want to walk the right foot forward enough so that the knee is over the ankle and not overshooting. Okay? And then the back knee is resting on a blanket, so that's soft on the back knee. And then this time the foot is in between the hands, okay? And then remember, you can bring your blocks if you need to bring the floor up higher. Depends on how open you are. So this is a deep stretch in the left hip flexor, the psoas. Also going up into the belly, spleen area, and stomach. So here we are. Let's hold this for 3 more full breaths. And if you'd like to stay there, you can, or we're going to continue. We're going to heel toe the right foot out to the right side, and then we're going to drop the elbows and the forearms down on the inside of the right leg. Low dragon. So keep stretching that left leg back. Make sure the right foot is really far forward so that the knee is not overshooting the ankle to protect the ACL. And your breathing. And then from here, we can either stay or we're going to go into the dragon split. So you can either do a half dragon split, so that front leg is straight, the foot's flexed, and the left hip is over the knee, and you kind of stretch into the right leg. You get the whole back side of the right leg. Or if you'd like to continue, you could take a dragon split. So you stretch your right leg forward, reach your left leg back. Taking your time, make sure you're breathing. So very intense stretch in the hips. Stretching the right hamstring, the left psoas. So if you're even more open, you can fold under the left toes, the back leg toes, to keep that left hip forward the best you can. And then from here, to add on, if you have anything more in you, you can kind of square your torso over the right leg and then fold over the right leg. Okay? Just gonna hold this here for 3 more full breaths. And then as you're ready, we're going to gently walk the hands back. We're going to help ourselves out, lift the hips up. We're going to fold that right knee and we're going to go into a child's pose. Closed or open knees, you choose. And then from here, we're going to press on up and we're going to turn around onto our backs. Okay? So if you have so lie on your back. Okay. We're going into a recline twist. So I want everybody, so if you have, bend your knees. If you have a block or a blanket, you can fold it so there's some density to it. Bend your knees in a tabletop, and you're going to place either your blanket in between your knees, or you can place your block in between your knees, or a pillow. Okay? And we're going to bring the arms out to the sides, and we're going to scoot the hips to the left, and we're going to just gently drop the knees over to the right, and just relax both legs. There's a nice space in between your knees so that you can widen across the hips and the sacrum. So just tap into your breath. We're just going to be here for about 1 minute. So 1 minute to me is about 5 or 6 breaths. So you can try that. Okay, from here, we're going to come back through center. And then we're going to take it to the other side. So I like to scoot my hips over to the right first. And then drop, gently bring the knees over to the left. Keeping that block or that thick blanket in between, that rolled up blanket in between your knees. Try to get both shoulders down, especially the right shoulder. evenly, stretching your arms out. And then once you're there, close your eyes and breathe. Stay here for about 1 more minute. As you're ready, we're going to gently come back over to center. Okay, so move the blanket or the block out in between your knees and lift your legs up and your arms up. And we're going to rotate the ankles and the wrists. Let's go the other direction. And then from here, we're going to go into, get ready for Shavasana. So I'd like everybody to take just a few moments here to set up a nice, comfortable Shavasana. So I like to take a blanket roll and place it under my knees. And then I take my 2 blocks and place them at the bottom edges of my yoga mat, nice and wide, so my heels can rest on them. So my knees are supported and my legs are supported. If you have an extra blanket, you can create a pillow for your head, just a little pillow, not a big one. Okay? And then if you have something extra, it's nice to have a pillow or a bolster or a blanket over your pelvis. And then if you have another thing extra, nice to put something over your eyes. So we're going to just take a little Shavasana here, not a long one. You can take a long one if you like, but we just have a short time. So get comfortable, externally rotate your shoulders, lift your palms up, and breathe. Get comfortable and heavy into your yoga mat. If you'd like to stay in Shavasana, you can. You're welcome to. But if you're ready to come out, begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Deepening your breath. Reach your arms over your head. Stretch your legs long. Lengthen and stretch. Keeping your eyes closed, gently bend your knees and go over to your right side and pause. gently push yourself up into a comfortable seated position. Any seated position will do. Take a moment to silently thank yourself for taking this time this afternoon to heal your mind, your body, and your spirit. To be humble and grateful toward the effort that you make in your yoga practice, which is in turn an effort to live a better quality of life for yourself and for those around you. Please bring your hands into prayer in front of your heart. Lift your chest, your sternum up high. Bow your head. Thank you so much for participating. Have a beautiful evening. Go in peace. Namaste. Thank you, everybody, for participating and joining me on this sprinkly afternoon. I'll be teaching Vinyasa again tomorrow. I'm not sure what time, 10 or 12. Okay, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Oh my goodness.